Welcome back as we keep talking about finding summaries for nonfiction text. Last time you were with me, we talked about the difference between a main idea and a summary, and we spent a lot of time talking about how the main idea is smaller. It's really focused on just the most important ideas, whereas a summary is a little bit bigger. It includes all the important ideas. And then we talked about how we can still use our boxes and bullets strategy, but a summary is going to be longer than a main idea. So today, let's go back into the articles we read for main idea about the orca whales, and let's apply this strategy. All right, so let's go in and reread this first article about the orca whale. A family reunion. In July of 2000, a group of orcas swam to a beach in Western Canada. There, they rubbed their bellies on the smooth pebbles along the beach. The group included a young female orca named Springer. The following January, a lone orca was spotted in Puget Sound near Washington State. Scientists figured out that the orca was about 2 years old and that she had been orphaned. During spring, the orphaned orca stayed in Puget Sound. She swam near boats, and many people got to see her. They named her Springer. As the months passed, the orca became sickly. She developed a skin rash. Scientists then captured Springer. They treated the rash, and Springer got better. So last time when you worked on main idea, what you did is you used the boxes and bullets strategy. And what you did was you looked at each paragraph, and then you wrote, what's the main idea of that paragraph as a bullet point? So there was one there, and we decided that first paragraph was about an orca named Springer that came to the Canadian coast. And then the next paragraph we decided was about the orca being found alone near Washington when she was 2. And then we had the next paragraph, and you guys reminded me that she stayed near the boats and people named her Springer. And then the next paragraph was when she got sick from the rash, but the scientists helped her get better. So we had these 4 different important ideas from this text. So these were all important ideas. But to find the main idea, we had to look at all of that and only say the very most important. And we made it into like one sentence. Some of you wrote it as 2 sentences, but we looked through and said, what's the most important ideas from that? And that's the main idea. So up here, I'm going to write main idea. And this is the main idea strategy we used. All of this information is going to help us write the summary, because before, when you wrote the main idea, you just wrote the stuff on the top that's in purple. However, to write the summary, we're going to write all of this stuff. We're going to write the box and the bullets. That's our summary. So let me show you how that's going to look on our next slide. On the next slide, I'm going to show how I used the boxes and bullets strategy to write my summary. So here's the box and bullets that we wrote from that last article. And then I've been asked to summarize the section of family reunion. That's the article we just read. I used all of this information over here, and I wrote it like a paragraph. So I wrote, in the section of family reunion, I started by restating the question. In the section of family reunion, an orca whale got left alone near Washington, and people named her Springer and helped her. Grab my highlighter. Now you'll notice all I did was I took this and I wrote it right here. An orca whale got left alone near Washington, and people named her Springer and helped her. I restated the question, and then I put my main idea. Then I included my next important idea, which is an orca named Springer came to the Canadian coast. She first came near the Canada coast. And then I'm going to go in and say my next important idea. The orca was found all alone near Washington when she was 2. And I used a then to help lead in. She was found all alone near Washington when she was 2. Then I looked at the next important thing that I wrote, another important idea from the next paragraph. She stayed near the boats and people named her Springer, and that's what I've got here. She stayed near the boats and people named her Springer. And then I have Springer got a rash, but the scientists helped her. Later, she got a rash, but scientists helped her. So you can see all I did was take everything that I thought was important and put in my box and bullets, and I wrote it long like a paragraph. This is how you summarize a nonfiction section or an entire article. We can use the boxes and bullets strategy, and our job is to include the main idea and all the important information. So I can go back now, and this might make more sense to you. When I'm using the boxes and bullets strategy, if I'm asked to find the main idea, I'm just writing what I've put in the top. If I'm asked to write a summary, I'm starting with the main idea, plus I'm including all the important ideas from each paragraph. On the next slide, there's the second article that we used last time when you were finding the main idea of the second article or the second section about the orca whale article. Here it is. You're going to do just like we did last time. Your job is to use the boxes and bullets strategy to come up with each of those, and then you're going to write it out long like a paragraph. All right, let's start by looking at the article. Like peas in a pod. After Springer had recovered, scientists decided that they should return the orca to the ocean. Before releasing her, they attached a radio transmitter to Springer. The radio allows scientists to track her. In July, wildlife experts loaded Springer onto a jet-powered boat. The boat traveled about 400 miles north to western Canada. Scientists knew that a pod, or group of orcas, related to Springer was there. Springer was put back into the ocean. Soon, scientists saw her swimming with her pod. An aunt and 3 cousins are part of the pod. Springer's family reunion seemed to be a happy one. All right, on the next slide, your job is to fill in your boxes and bullets organizer. And then the slide after that, you're going to write it long like a paragraph.